So, welcome to the structural analysis 2 video lecture. So, in this video lecture I am going to explain you a small problem on the symmetrical frame. So, here we have a symmetrical frame. So, by using Cannis method, so this is using Cannis method, a portal frame which is symmetrical. So, here we have to find the final end moments and we have to indicate on the diagram here, fine, and moments on the sketch of the frame. So, here what we are going to do is we have to study the frame here carefully. So, this is a kind of a portal frame. So, here we have the span of the frame as 8 meters and 2I and 2I as the moment of inertia, and A, B, C, D, E, F. So, A, B, C, D, E, F are the joints of the frame, and on both sides 90 kilonewton per meter load is applied here and here, and the heights of the spans are equal 4 meters and 4 meters. So, after knowing the values of these, we have to solve the problem. So, since it is a symmetrical frame, this is something like the analysis of continuous beam by using Cannis method. So, first thing we have to find is we have to find the fixed end moments. So, when we see the diagram, the load is applied only on BE and CD. The load is applied only on BE and CD, and no load is applied on AB, BC, DE and also EF. So, load is applied only on CD and BE. So, we are going to find the fixed end moments only for those two, okay, FBE and FEB. Here we have FBE and FEB. So, when we see here, we have only BE and EB. When you see the bottom 90 kilonewton meter, so we get here as this is BE and this is CD, fine. Yes, when we go, we are finding the fixed end moments by using the regular formula, that is minus WL square by 12, and other fixed end moments are 0 because there is no load acting on the spans, okay. So, and we know the rotation factor as minus 1 by 2 k by sigma k. So, even though the fixed end moments are 0, due to other loads which are having on the CD and BE, so we have to find the rotation factors of them. So, for that, at joint B we have BA, BE and BC. So, when we look at joint B, here we have BA, BC and BE, okay, and at joint E we have EF, ED and EB. So, these are the things which you have to consider while solving the problem. Yes, so these are the joints B, C, D and E. So, we are also considering joint D and joint E. So, this is the case, joint D and joint E. So, rotation contributions are calculated starting from C. So, why we are starting from C? And because the loads will act from here only, so that we are finding the rotation contribution from the topmost, not from the bottommost. So, from at C we have to find the rotation contributions using the same procedure, and at D also we have to find at E and also at B. So, how the rectangular boxes are drawn here, that we can see now. Yes, so this is the case. So, minus 480, 480, minus 480, 480. So, these are the fixed end moments that we know, and minus 0.25 and 0.25, these are the rotation contributions at corresponding beams or columns. So, this is minus 0.25 for CB, and this is for CD, and this is for DC, and this is for DE, like that. So, after that we have to find this 120 is corresponding value of, so this 120 is the corresponding value of this rotation contribution, and this is corresponding value of this rotation contribution. Fine. So, this is the value for this and this is for this. Yes. So, the first line of every rotation contribution is belonging to rotation contribution first. So, here we find, and here also we find 68.75 is the first, and here 68.71 is the first one, and we have, sorry, yes, and we have the same, in the same manner we can write everything. So, we have to write it in a proper order. So, for that reason this is most important. This minus 0.167 can be written here, these values, and this is here, and these are here, these values here, these values here, and these values here. So, in the same manner how we calculate in the previous videos, if you look at that, so we are calculating in the same manner. So, you can check it out, the figure already drawn in the side paper. So, starting at C, at joint C, m dash C B is equal to minus 0.25 into 480. So, these values are seen in the diagram just now, and this is the value, and at this is at C D, and here this 120 is taken and put it here. Okay. Here we are writing this 120, we are taking the value here, that, sorry, that not that 120, this 120. Okay. Again this 150 minus 150, here we have, this is taken in this at other joint. So, this far end contribution is taken in other joint. Similarly, so the cycles, cycle 1, 2, 3, so totally 1, 2, 3 and 4th, at 4th cycle the iteration is stopped here. Okay. So, when we record this, when you read out this statement, similarly m dash ED, m dash EB and at joint B are found. Okay. So, m dash ED and EB at joint B are found, and other cycles are also found. At 4th cycle the values are closed. So, at 4th cycle the values are closed, and we have the formula, final moments is equal to fixed end moments plus 2 times near end rotation contribution plus far end contribution. So, this is the case. So, when we start solving it for MAB, in the previous videos there was another tabular column for finding the final end moments, but here I am writing it in a line by line here in order wise: MAB, BA, MBE, MBC, MCB, MCD, MDC, MDE, MED, MEB, MEF and MFE. So, we have to count the number of final end moments, because it is very much important to know how many moments we are calculating. So, the examiner will look at it, how many moments they are calculating, whether they are perfect in the problems or not. They are going to focus it on the final moments actually, rather than the values. Okay. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, overall there are 12 final end moments. So, how the 12 will come from this? Okay. If you look at this portal frame, so if you look at this portal frame, for each joint we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and this is 11 and this is 12. So, for that we have a total of 12 final moments which are to be calculated by using Canis method. This type of a frame is called as a portal frame. So, if it is subjected to any type of horizontal load here, so that is related to non-sway, sorry, that is related to sway. That means, if there is any load acting here like this, so what happens is that the frame will move like this, sorry, it will move like this, the shape of the frame will get like this. Okay. And this is a straight line actually, like this. Yes, this is the case. So, this happens if there is any type of horizontal load acting. So, if any horizontal load is acting, there will be a different way of solving. No, not much difference is there, only a small difference is there in solving the problem. So, that is all regarding the calculation part of this Canis method for a portal frame. So, if the calculation part is not understood in this, so please verify the previous videos in which it was clearly explained step by step manner. So, the case is same for any type of problem you take into consideration. So, thank you for listening to this video. Signing off.